Welcome to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast. Today is February 15th, 2026, and we're recapping all of yesterday's action across Wall Street. The major indexes closed mixed, with the S&P 500 edging up 0.4%, the Dow Jones finishing nearly flat, and the Nasdaq up 1% as tech momentum continued. But the big story grabbing traders' attention? Bitcoin's wild rebound above $70,000 after a major sell-off. Stay tuned for a quick-fire look at what drove the moves, which stocks are making headlines, and how investor sentiment is shifting across markets. Let's kick things off with crypto. Bitcoin staged a remarkable comeback, surging nearly 5% in the past 24 hours to retake the $70,000 mark. This comes just days after plunging to near $60,000 on investor fears and saw about $8.7 billion in losses realized, making it one of crypto's biggest capitulation events since the 2022 FTX collapse. What's fueling the snapback? Inflation in the U.S. cooled more than expected in January, rising just 2.4% year over year, below forecasts. That's boosting bets that the Federal Reserve may cut rates as soon as April, attracting fresh capital back into risk assets like Bitcoin and stocks. However, the crypto fear and greed index is still signaling extreme fear, suggesting many traders see any pop as a selling opportunity. For market watchers, it's a sign that volatility and caution remain the name of the game in digital assets, even as some longer-term investors start accumulating on weakness. Next up, let's talk quality stocks delivering outperformance. The Invesco S&P 500 Quality ETF, ticker SPHU, jumped 6% this year through February 10th, handily beating the broad S&P 500's 1.5% gain. How? SPHU filters the S&P for companies with robust profitability and stable earnings, like MasterCard, Visa, and Costco. These firms have shown strong returns on shareholder capital and resilient cash flows. For investors, SPHU's recent gains highlight that focusing on financially sound names can deliver results, especially in choppy markets. But keep in mind, the fund is concentrated in tech and industrials, so it may lag if there's a rotation into energy or real estate. Now let's shift to the microchip sector. Microchip Technology, ticker MCHP, reported improving demand and a normalized distribution channel for the December quarter. Bookings were substantially above one, and management is forecasting March quarter sales growth of 6.2%, which beats the usual 2 to 3% seasonal uptick. Microchip's gross margin guidance for the next quarter is 61% as inventory charges subside, and the company reiterated a long-term target of 65% gross margin. However, their short-term focus is on paying down debt, not buybacks, after net debt to EBITDA touched over 4 times last quarter. For investors, that means the company sees recovery gaining traction, but is keeping capital allocation defensive, prioritizing debt reduction as markets stabilize. Let's check in on the intersection of social media and markets. Elon Musk's X platform, formerly Twitter, announced it will soon let users buy and sell stocks and crypto directly from their feed through a feature called Smart Cash Tags. This move streamlines trading so that when users spot a ticker like $BTC or $AAPL, they'll be able to see real-time charts and execute trades with a tap. It's part of Musk's bigger push to make X an everything app for both conversation and finance. For retail traders, this could further accelerate market reaction speeds and lower friction between news and trading. But it also raises fresh regulatory questions around social media-fueled speculation and investor protections. Wrapping up, here's a quick recap of yesterday's numbers. The S&P 500 closed up 0.4% at 5,120 points. The Dow ended flat near 38,500. And the Nasdaq led with a 1% gain to 16,600. Key market themes? Cautious optimism is back as inflation cools. Investors remain wary but are eyeing quality stocks, and digital asset volatility is both a risk and an opportunity. Coming up next week, more major earnings and a close watch on Fed commentary as rate cut bets build. Make sure you subscribe and follow for your essential daily market rundown. Catch you tomorrow.